The film opens with Viola, a lively and confident girl who genuinely loves soccer. She's seen playing on the beach with her boyfriend Justin, though it's obvious that Viola's skills far surpass his. At Cornwall High School, Viola hopes to register her team for an inter-school soccer tournament, but her excitement quickly fades when the team is rejected due to a lack of players. Angered by the unfair decision, Viola confronts her coach, only to be publicly humiliated along with her teammates, simply because they're girls. To make things worse, Justin sides with the coach instead of supporting her. Furious and hurt, Viola immediately breaks up with him. On her way home, Viola is approached by a blonde girl named Monique, who turns out to be the girlfriend of Viola's twin brother, Sebastian. Monique remarks on how identical the twins look, claiming it's nearly impossible to tell them apart. Later, while in Sebastian's room, Viola discovers that he's planning to leave town. Sebastian explains that he's heading to London for a 2-week music festival. Since their parents are divorced, he easily deceives both of them by claiming he'll be staying with the other parent. Standing in front of the mirror beside Sebastian's photo, Viola suddenly gets an idea. With the help of her friend Paul, she decides to disguise herself as Sebastian and enroll at Illyria High School, the same school Cornwall will soon face in a soccer match. Though hesitant at first, Paul agrees and begins transforming Viola's appearance. Viola also trains herself to walk, talk, and behave like a guy. Surprisingly, the disguise works perfectly. She now looks almost exactly like Sebastian. Before leaving, Viola carefully packs her things, making sure not to forget her pad. She tells her mother she'll be staying at her father's house for 2 weeks. When her mother hesitates, she reassures her by mentioning that Monique will be there too. Her mother is pleased, believing Monique's presence will help Viola behave more like a proper girl. With everything set, the long-awaited day arrives, and Viola finally puts her risky plan into motion. Viola arrives at Illyria High School disguised as Sebastian. Nervous and unsure of herself, she hesitates at first, but with Paul's constant encouragement, she finally gathers the courage to step inside. Her confidence quickly takes a hit when she enters the boys' dormitory, a loud, filthy, and chaotic place that completely shocks her. In her room, Viola meets her roommate, Duke Orsino, and soon after, their neighbors Andrew and Toby join in. During the awkward interaction, Viola accidentally drops her pad. The boys freeze, stunned by the sight. Panicking, Viola quickly lies, claiming she suffers from frequent nosebleeds and uses it to stop the bleeding. Her explanation only makes the boys laugh, brushing off her strange behavior. Viola later joins the soccer practice, but despite her obvious talent, she isn't chosen as a starting player. The rejection leaves her disappointed. Soon after, she almost blows her cover when she forgets she's disguised as a boy and nearly walks into the shower with the others until Coach Dinklage suddenly interrupts, saying the principal wants to see her. On her way back, Viola accidentally bumps into a blonde girl named Olivia, who instantly develops a crush on her. The situation worsens when Olivia later shows up while Viola is eating with Duke and his friends. It becomes clear that Duke is secretly in love with Olivia, but Olivia has eyes only for Sebastian. Feeling awkward and guilty, Viola begins speaking to Olivia in an emotional, poetic way. This behavior unsettles the boys, who quickly walk away, convinced that something is off. Viola soon realizes that people have started assuming she's gay and are deliberately avoiding her. Confused and helpless, she calls Paul for help, unaware that he already has a plan. Later, at a restaurant, Duke and the others continue to distance themselves from Viola. At that moment, Paul sends his friends over to flirt with her. Playing along, Viola acts like a confident ladies' man, leaving Duke and the boys both confused and impressed. But the situation nearly collapses when Monique, Sebastian's girlfriend, suddenly spots Viola and mistakes her for Sebastian. Viola tries to avoid her, but Monique refuses to let go. After repeated rejection, Monique becomes furious and storms off, leaving Viola in serious trouble. Viola soon proves her worth on the field, earning loud cheers from everyone. Duke and the other boys are stunned by her talent and quickly welcome her back into their circle. Almost overnight, Viola becomes popular at Illyria High. In biology class, the teacher assigns a paired project. Duke is reluctantly partnered with the clumsy Eunice, while Viola is paired with Olivia. After class, Duke strikes a deal with Viola. If she helps him win Olivia over, he'll train her seriously in soccer and help her secure a spot in the match against Cornwall High. Over the next few days, Viola spends more time with Olivia working on the project, while Duke intensifies Viola's training. During one practice session, a soccer ball is accidentally kicked straight into Viola's groin. Forgetting how a man should react, she freezes for a second before faking a loud cry of pain, just barely saving her cover. Meanwhile, Malcolm, one of Illyria's smartest students, begins noticing Viola's odd behavior and grows suspicious. During another study session, Viola tries convincing Olivia to give Duke a chance, but Olivia bluntly admits that Duke simply isn't her type. Realizing this, Viola decides Duke needs flirting lessons. Back in their room, Viola pretends to be Olivia and asks Duke to practice flirting with her. Their awkward lesson is suddenly interrupted when a tarantula appears, sending both of them into panic. Startled, Viola screams in her real voice while clinging to Duke, nearly exposing herself. That weekend, a carnival comes to town, and Viola's mother insists she attend. Viola goes with Duke and the others, but the moment she spots Monique, she senses trouble. She rushes into a restroom and changes back into her female appearance. Soon after, she bumps into Duke, who feels an odd sense of familiarity but can't place her. Viola later volunteers at the kissing booth. When Duke's turn comes, the two finally share a kiss. Viola unexpectedly enjoys the moment until Justin, her ex-boyfriend, shows up and refuses to accept what he sees, leading to a fight between him and Duke. Back at the dorm, Viola is stunned to see Duke using her pad to stop a nosebleed. Duke excitedly tells her about the girl he kissed at the carnival. Still disguised as Sebastian, Viola carefully tries to understand Duke's feelings, unaware that she has already fallen deeply in love with him. As the days pass, Duke and Viola train harder than ever. At the same time, Malcolm keeps watching them closely, now almost convinced that Sebastian is hiding something big. Finally, the day Viola has been preparing for arrives at last. Coach Dinklage officially names Viola as a starting player for the match against Cornwell High. Overwhelmed with excitement, Viola hugs Duke and accidentally grabs his butt, instantly making him uncomfortable. Olivia witnesses the moment and becomes even more fascinated by Viola. Wanting to spark jealousy, Olivia openly flirts with Duke right in front of her, which immediately irritates Viola. Soon after, Olivia asks Duke out on a date. Duke at Olivia's date begins awkwardly, with little chemistry. But when Viola arrives with Eunice, Duke and Olivia suddenly act overly affectionate. They even kiss in front of Viola, breaking her heart. Unable to watch, Viola quietly walks away. Later, at a social gathering with her mother, Viola, now dressed as herself, runs into Olivia again. Overcome with jealousy, she confronts Olivia in the bathroom and repeatedly insults Duke, mocking him and mentioning the kissing booth incident. Olivia calmly admits that she doesn't truly like Duke and is actually attracted to Sebastian. Viola is stunned, never imagining that Olivia could fall for her male disguise. Unbeknownst to them, Monique is hiding in a bathroom stall and overhears everything. Furious, she storms out and attacks Olivia, triggering a chaotic fight. Around the same time, the real Sebastian unexpectedly returns early. Olivia spots him from a distance, rushes over and kisses him, just as Duke witnesses the moment, leaving him furious. Meanwhile, Monique returns home and hears a voicemail from Sebastian confirming he's back from London. Realizing Viola has been impersonating him all along, Monique explodes with anger. At the same time, Duke, still hurt and confused, throws Viola out of their room. Malcolm, continuing his investigation, evidence that Sebastian has a twin. Soon after, Monique arrives at Duke's dorm looking for Sebastian and runs into Malcolm, giving him the perfect chance to expose the truth. The long-awaited match day finally arrives. The real Sebastian wakes up completely confused and is abruptly dragged onto the field despite having no idea how to play soccer. Olivia, who spent the night in Eunice's room, wakes up late and rushes to the field, only to find the match already underway. When Sebastian appears on the field, he looks utterly lost. As the game progresses, Duke and Justin clash aggressively, both desperate to win. Sebastian performs terribly, making it obvious he has no soccer skills. Suddenly, the principal arrives with Monique and Malcolm and halts the match. Over the loudspeaker, the principal announces that Sebastian is actually a girl, unaware that the person on the field is the real Sebastian. Demanding proof, the principal accuses him of being Viola in disguise. Sebastian immediately drops his pants, shocking everyone and proving he is male. Humiliated, the principal furiously blames Malcolm for the mistake. During halftime, Viola pulls Sebastian aside and finally tells him the truth. The twins quickly switch clothes, allowing Viola to return to the field as Sebastian. This time, she plays brilliantly, pushing the team into the lead. But Duke, still angry and heartbroken, refuses to pass her the ball, costing the team a crucial point. A heated argument erupts on the field, and when Justin interferes, Duke loses control. The two soon break into a fight. At that moment, Olivia steps forward and admits she enjoyed the kiss the night before. Pushed to her limit, Viola finally snaps and declares that she never liked Olivia at all. Viola finally blurts out that she likes Duke, stunning everyone. She then reveals the truth. She isn't Sebastian, but Viola. Dropping her disguise, she explains why she joined Illyria High's soccer team and the extreme lengths she went to just to get a fair chance to play. Still in disbelief, Duke hesitates until Viola lifts her shirt and reveals the truth, shocking everyone and leaving no room for doubt. Viola sincerely apologizes for the chaos she caused, explaining that her only goal was to prove that girls are just as capable of playing soccer as boys. When the Cornwall High coach refuses to let Olivia participate, Coach Dinklage firmly steps in, declaring that Illyria does not discriminate based on gender. With the matter settled, the match resumes. Illyria plays with renewed determination, proving they deserve to be champions. In the final moment, Viola steps up to take the decisive penalty kick, facing Justin. Against all odds, she scores, securing the championship for Illyria as Justin collapses in tears. Later that night, Duke and Viola meet by the lake. Duke admits he can't stop thinking about the girl he kissed at the kissing booth. In that moment, both realize they've been looking for each other all along. The truth finally clear, Duke and Viola come together and officially begin dating.